Everyday superpower where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. Some body language game for you today. It's gonna be somewhat of a freestyle, but it's gonna be some good game because this is obviously my forte. So I'm gonna talk to you about some cold game. You know, people who are like cold approaching and stuff, like in PUA terms, just going and approaching women and stuff on the streets. Because I'm gonna generally talk about strangers here. This was I travel a lot, and so this comes to mind every time I'm just sort of chilling out at train stops and stuff like that. When I'm just waiting for a train to come and I'm looking at the platform and I'm just seeing what's going on. How does she react? And by the way, this is a traction game. I'm not sitting around looking at men, so this is going to be about how does she react, alright? I'm sure you don't care about the other side unless you're trying to put the fear of God in them, right? But when you look at this woman, how does this stranger react when she sees you looking at her? Okay? If I was to tell you about all of the different manifestations of nonverbal behavior that could come from you or her catching a glimpse of you looking at her, would be on like a 10-hour video. So I'm not going to do that. But I'm just going to run through a couple of things, a couple of foods for thought. And this is definitely worthy of listening to, yeah? So she catches your eye. Right, cool. What direction does she look? When she catches your eye, what direction does she look? If she looks downwards in submission, she might have been looking at you prior to you looking at her, and she's been caught out. She's shy. She's flustered. She looks down to the floor in submittance. She looks side to side. Okay? Might generally be the case. She looks to the side, and in looking to the side, she pretends like nothing happened. She is disconnecting in the medium plane. She's not giving too much away. And you, when you're engaging with people, when you're talking with people, when you're in conversation, this is how you want to break off your eye connection, right? You don't want to look down. Never look down. You don't want to look up. You just want to break it side to side. All right? Nice and simple, neutral, peaceful. Job's a good one, right? Now I'm going to go back to that because the side breaking isn't, symbolic of her not feeling some sort of way. It's just her trying to pull off a smooth maneuver, because then we're going to look at the rest of her body and what manifests through that, and she can't help and doesn't understand what's about to come from her body. Now, the only other way she can break off is looking up to the sky. This one is bold. We read the body language in clusters, not as individual movements, but by itself, looking up to the sky tends to mean, I look down my nose at you. I'm a little too classy for you. I'm not interested in you. That's the way it goes. When I see this happening if I'm trying to... Let's say I'm walking down the street and I see a good-looking woman before me, but she's older than me, right? She might be in her 40s, and she's the sort of character who might do that. She might be a little bit of a classy woman. That's why I utilise the word classy there, because, her husband's nice. Husband's in his 50s. He's got a nice paying job. He's got a nice car. He's got a nice house. They've got kids. She don't care for a boy like me. Do you know what I'm coming from? So she'll look up in the sky. No. None of that. Even though I'm the woman, and I should be in submittance and play myself in a position beneath you, right? As the man, as the dominant man, as the number one of the family, as the head of the family. Even though I should place myself below you, I'm going to showcase that I'm still above you, because that's just how high my standard is, and you don't stand up to that standard. You see? This is some game, right? The hierarchy of the human. So That's what happens. Does she hold on to the gaze for more than the disconnect? You see, I'm not giving a time frame. I'm not saying she's holding on forever. I'm just saying, does she sort of allow it to be known that she was there? Her making herself present is step number one for the cold approach. I've spoken about this in other videos. You'll have to find them if you want to know. I always say the woman makes the first move, and to me that would be the woman making the first move in her own way. Now look at the body. This is sort of where I'm going to highlight here, because this is going to be fascinating. You're probably going to see this. You're going to see pacifying nonverbal behavior. She'll look away and she will maybe run a hand down her hair, soothing herself, stimulating the nerve endings on her hair, maybe regressing herself to her younger years where a parental figure used to soothe her by running the hands through her hair. I'm going to try not to go into incredible depth on what each and every body language is rooted in. We've got all the dictionary in the playlist, so check that out. But maybe you'll see that manifest. Look at the hands. Where do the hands go? Does she brush the now sweating palm, or what she feels is sweating, right? She feels the bodily response engaged that she needs to put her hand on her leg. Does she use her handbag to create a barrier between you and her, such as her legs? What happens with her legs? There'll be movement in the legs. Does the leg reach over, creating a barrier, turning her, blading her away from you? Or is it the vice versa? Does the other leg come forward, actually bringing her into you, blading her torso, her genitalia inwards towards you? Although she's still not acknowledging you. Not at that moment. She's not visibly, making it clear. And most men won't understand this because we don't get taught to learn this stuff. Because this is deep. Yet it's evident, it's clear. Look at her feet. Where were her feet initially? Did she have one foot pointing towards yours? I mean, that pretty much means that she was paying attention to you. Give it a few seconds, see where her feet move. Do her feet move in towards you? This might not happen straight away the moment you meet eyes, but it might happen, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds after, as she starts to slowly err into you. When you see her, do her toes raise, pointing towards the sky, a gravity-defying gesture? Light on her feet, buoyant. You've given her wings. Isn't that a beautiful thing? She feels like an angel after being seen by you. That's some food for thought. On that note, I'm signing out. Like and subscribe as ever. Peace.